Hello my dear students, welcome to our third video lesson. This is the continuation of lesson or video lesson number 2, which shows about the physical and the chemical properties of matter as well as the physiological properties. Now let us talk about the physical and chemical changes. So when we talk about physical change, there is no change in the composition of matter, meaning to say there is no formation of a new substance. Okay, so one example of this is the change in the state of matter. Okay, so what are the states of matter? The liquid, the solid, the gas, and the plasma. Okay, so when matter changes from one state to another, it only undergoes physical change because there is no change in the composition of that particular substance. Now, as what I have mentioned a while ago, the examples of physical changes are, of course, a change in the state of matter, such as when matter change from its liquid to gas state, or from its solid to liquid state, or from its gaseous form to its plasma form. Okay? Or somehow, one of the example also of the physical change is the change in the amount of substance, okay, which is attributed to its extensive or extrinsic properties. Okay, so let's take into account water. Water, when it is heated and reach the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, it will could be converted from liquid to its gas form. Okay, now the composition has not changed. It is still composed of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Okay, so those are just example of physical change. Now let us talk about the chemical change or chemical changes. When we talk about chemical changes, of course, there is a change in the composition of the substance. Okay, let's say for example, when we mix two liquid or chemical substances, um, there will be a chemical reaction that will be happening, and a new substance has been formed, meaning to say there is a chemical change. Okay, so take a look into the video. When two substances, particularly liquid substances, have been mixed together, apparently there is a change in the composition of substance, as it is evident in the change in its color. Okay, so let's take into consideration the evidences of chemical change. Number one is the formation of precipitate. Okay, so what is this formation of precipitate? Or somehow, if we have observed that two clear substances when mixed together form a turbid substance, meaning to say there is a solid substance that has been formed. Okay, and of course that is an indication that there is a new substance that has been um, formed out of the two substances. Number one is the formation of gas. Okay, how can you say that there is a formation of gas? It can be made possible by the formation of bubbles. Okay, so when you mix two liquid substances together, and when you have spotted that there is a formation of bubbles, meaning to say there is a gas that has been released and a new substance has been formed. Number three is the change in color of the solution. Actually, this is the most common evidence of a chemical change. Okay, change in color of the solution. Number four, the reaction mixture becomes hot or cold. When two cold substances have been mixed together, and apparently after mixing them both, and if you hold the container where the substances are contained, and you feel that those two cold substances become hot or warm, meaning to say there is a chemical reaction um, that is happening. And of course, when we talk about chemical reaction, there's always a new substance that has been formed. Or when two hot substances has been mixed together, okay, and after mixing them both, and you feel like the container becomes colder or cold, meaning to say there's also a chemical reaction that is happening between the two substances. And of course, that's an evidence that there is a formation of a new substance. Okay, so those are the evidences or cues of chemical changes. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video.